Hello and welcome back to this week's feature match between Vitsi and Elusion. I am JStar and today I'm joined by my partner Bard.
How you guys doing? I'll be doing play-by-play tonight. JStar is going to be covering analysis for us. Should be a good one.
I definitely agree. Tonight, Vitsi and Elusion taking on each other. Vitsi, as we know, the powerhouse of the Harmony tier. Elusion looking to pick up that huge win. Bard, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if I called it pretty early on in the season that if any teams were going to beat Vitamin C, it was going to be Elusion or Maelstrom, and you know what? I think Elusion has a lot to prove, and I think that if anyone's going to prove me right, it's going to be them.
Definitely, I agree with that. It's going to be very interesting. Chimanzi, an excellent DPS player, huge pickup for Vitamin C. Sushi, excellent player as well. Surfy, all Vitamin C, terrific players.
Yeah, I just played them a couple of weeks ago. I'm excited to see Polar on that Pharah. I'm hoping to see it. One of my favorite heroes. But I'm also hoping to see some interesting picks out of here from Elusion. They're a team that kind of keeps you on their toes. They play, whatever they think is going to work, and sometimes that catches you off guard. And hopefully for them, it'll catch Vitsi off guard.
Definitely. Kurt's Doomfist is probably one of the best Doomfists I've played against. Definitely going to be looking forward to seeing how he performs. See if he's going to bring out that Doomfist or if he will be on something different tonight.
Yeah, I think with some recent changes in the meta, it's going to be interesting to see what DPS and also what supports are taken out here, because, Baptiste has recently gotten a buff, Doomfist has recently gotten a bit of a nerf, so this could be really interesting. We could see some really unique plays, and we could see a lot of Bastion.
Definitely. I know Ivy Cat, really good Mercy player. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a damage-boosted, pocketed Bastion on a few of the maps. I know a lot of the maps are somewhat very Bastion-oriented, and it'll be very interesting to see what both sides bring out tonight.
Yeah, and they've also got quite a bit of flex room on Elusion, so they might pull out some weird comps. They might run the Sim teleporter with the Bastion, or they might run some dive against Vitsi. If Vitamin C is trying to bunker up, we could see some dive.
Definitely. And so with our first match about to get underway, what do you think is going to be going on, Bard?
I don't know. I think this first one's going to be close. I think Li Zhang might set the pace for the match as a whole. I think if Elusion comes out swinging here, they might be able to build up that momentum that's helped them take 12 wins so far. But I think if they let Vitamin C dictate the pace, then they may have a bit of an issue going forward.
Definitely. And it looks like we are about to get into game number 1. We are just waiting on. We are just waiting on somebody. We are just waiting on the people to get ready. So
yeah, we're just waiting for someone to hit start. Oh, there we go.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Initiating match.
So, on the side of Vitsi, I think that the meta is definitely something that they are very good with, and I think that it is going to be playing a big factor in tonight. But on the side of Vitsi, though, you do have an amazing Hanzo player with Chimanzi. Chimanzi, as we know in their last feature match, on this very same map, got that 6K with Hanzo. It'll be very interesting to see what Vitsi runs here on this first point.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really interesting. So far, we see the meta play come out from Vitamin C. They've got Moira Lucio, clearly Sushi and Capital. They have that locked in. Surfy bringing out the Orisa with Normac on Sigma, and then Polar is going to be on Doomfist while Chim is on Reaper, while Nick is going to be Zarya for Elusion, so it looks like they're going a little off meta, which could be pretty interesting. Player's going to be on Reinhardt. They still have the Moira Lucio and a Mei Ana as their DPS roles, so they're looking for a lot of that CC control. You know, they're trying to get up in Vitamin C's face and not let him have any room, and so far it's not working out. Surfy's already got a pick. Polar got that punch going in, and now they're forced to back up. They lost their Reinhardt early, and Mei might be stuck in there, but it looks like they're all going to get out, and Vitamin C is going to take the point first, but no, Normac does get Kurt's Mei as they're trying to escape, so now the Elusion team just has to wait for their Mei to come back to get in here. They're picking away, but you got to think on the worst end of the comps here, meta-wise.
Definitely. It looks like Elusion is losing the shield war significantly. They want to play aggressive, but they can't because of the full punch combo coming out from the side of VitC that they run so well. And there comes the Coalescence.
Yeah, both teams committing their Coalescence here. They're pushing in. They're trying to use this to keep player on Reinhardt alive so he can push in. Nixhal's trying to pocket him as well, and they're just looking for that first pick, but Chin gets player here, and Polar gets Kurt. The Rhine and the Mei take the Reaper, and now they're just cleaning up just through Elusion, leaving no survivors, except for Ash, who managed to get away.
I agree. Elusion is completely not even responding to the damage that VitC is pulling out. They are just straight up getting out damaged. They don't have the power to continue.
Gecko gets capital, and now they can push in. Sigma and Doomfist have this ult combo ready, but they're just going to commit Sigma's ult from Normac, and they use that to take down player, and now Polar on Doomfist takes down Ivy Cat's Lucio. They're trading blows here. Gecko is the only one that seems to be getting some significant damage and picks done by his team. Entisol's Zarya is just stuck in there now after her team gets shredded, and Chimanzi on Reaper's gonna take him down.
As I was saying before that fight started, Elusion's is not handling the DPS output from the Doomfist and Reaper from the side of VitC, and Chimanzi has not been able to use the Reaper because he's got no meat.
Oh, player gets punched out of his. Get the Blizzard in here. Can Elusion do anything with it? Drugs Not Hugs gets Chimanzi's Reaper with their can be really pivotal in these fights, but he gets taken down by is now trying to fight players Reinhardt. He gets him before he can get the charge off, and now it's just Gecko. Ash left. Up. Now it's just comes down to Kurt, who swapped to Doomfist, but he gets taken down, and Vitamin C are gonna take the first map.
You know, from the side of Elusion, I wanted to see them switch off that DPS lineup because it wasn't matching the DPS output from VitC. VitC was just winning the straight damage war with the pull punches coming out from Chimanzi and Surfy, and Polar just cleaning up, honestly. And from Elusion, they are going to be switching, and this is something I like to see with them adapting to what VitC is throwing at them.
I'm a dumbass. I mean, I'm an idiot. Oh, I am so sorry.
Well, looks like we've had a little bit of technical difficulties, so...
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, so what do you think VitC will have to do in order to keep up what they're doing? What do they have to do?
I think the problem here is more on Elusion. Vitamin C's playing their game. Elusion just needs to, react better and counter. They didn't make any changes once they lost that first fight, and they didn't make any changes once they continue to lose.
Definitely. And as we get back into the game,
okay.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see some of the comps that we've seen. Definitely a lot of Symmetra play could be coming out from both sides. Symmetra, you know, teleport right up to that window, have your Doomfist, have a pre-charge punch, so you can punch somebody right off the bat, get that first pick. I know Pharmacy could also be brought out here from both sides. Before we had a little bit of technical difficulties, we saw both sides trying to run the Pharmacy, and it will definitely be interesting to see how both sides react to the Fire being brought out. Will they switch off to a hit scan? Will they stick to the meta and just play into the other team? It'll be definitely very interesting to see how both teams react. So, getting back in, we are going to be going to Night Market. Night Market is a very different map in the fact that you have the point off to the side and you have a lot of boot potential from both Lucio players. Whether or not the Lucio players are going to try to take advantage of it, that will have yet to be seen, but it's definitely something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I think these two teams, like I said beforehand, both of these teams have a huge potential to flex around their lineups as well. You know, with Vitamin C, we see a lot of the meta from them because it works so well, and they are such really tightly playing, like a really tight team. They play together really well, so the meta favors them really well. But with Elusion, you know, they have this big flex potential that could force Vitamin C to play something that's not on meta.
Definitely. And before we had a little bit of technical difficulty, Chimanzi blocking the Hanzo. As a lot of you guys already probably know, Chimanzi popped off on the Hanzo the last time they played Lijiang Tower with that amazing 6K that started off with the Dragon ult. It'll definitely be interesting to see how Elusion reacts to that Hanzo, because Chimanzi likes to take the off angles, likes to flank with his Hanzo, likes to try to pressure out the backline a little bit, try to force rotations that try to force not solid rotations. And we all know Chimanzi has the pop-off potential, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how Elusion will try to respond to him. Just so you know, Bard, by the way, if Chimanzi does pop off, I am taking the responsibility of getting a Chimanzi in chat for everybody here.
That's totally fair, man. I think what's going to be the most interesting thing here is, will Vitamin C play off meta playing this Hanzo? Will they try and run the Rein Zarya so they have that Grav Dragon combo, or will they force the Orisa Sigma play still?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what both sides bring out. I think that Vitamin C is going to stick to more of the meta tank style, just because of how strong Orisa is. Orisa's pull is pretty much like a mini Graviton Surge in itself, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how everything plays out.
Yeah, and looks like we're about to get back into this. Sorry about those technical difficulties. I would like to apologize to the teams and the Twitch. I can't read words, apparently, and clicked the wrong button. But it's all fixed. We're going back into this. Just big apologies.
English is hard, Bard. It's okay.
English is super hard, dude.
We accept your apology.
Okay.
So, jumping back into it, we are back on Night Market. From the little bit of introductions that we saw from team comps, we did see a Pharmacy being ran by both sides, but the second DPS, though, was a little bit different for both sides. Kurt running his Doomfist and Chimanzi on the Hanzo. It'll be definitely interesting to see the DPS differences from both sides. If Vitamin C is going to have that DPS, not necessarily deficiency, but going to be lacking the burst potential, it's going to be definitely interesting to see if Chimanzi will switch off to something else.
Yeah, and you know, this is such an interesting map for Pharah and for a Pharmacy play, but it looks like Gecko's not going to bring the Pharah out. He's going Ashe. It looks like they are expecting the Pharah themselves to take it down, but this is such an interesting map for Pharah because there's so much open area, but there's also so many angles you can play to avoid the rocket fire.
Definitely, definitely. Kurt is going to be running the Doomfist though. Probably his trademark hero at this point. We will be seeing the meta pretty much from both sides.
Yeah,
as far as meta healer, as far as tanks go, it'll definitely be interesting to see how both teams respond to what's going on.
Yeah, both teams playing the Orisa Sigma. It looks like Elusion is playing for control of the point. They're trying to CC out the zone with that Doomfist punch and the Sigma Rock. They might be trying to force some big Lucio boops if they can force Vitamin C around the side, but just like that, Kurt gets the first pick onto Sushi. That Doomfist punch takes down Moira, and Ivy Cat takes down Chim. Kurt on Doomfist takes down Normax Sigma, and just like that, Elusion has the point.
Definitely. That was a very interesting first fight because from the side of Vit C, Chimanzi was not really getting that much value out of the Hanzo. He was trying to take those flank angles, but it didn't really matter because Kurt was just punching people into next week. So there was really nothing Vit C could do about that.
Yeah, and then now we get to see them swap to Reaper and Normac. All get that, Hugs is using his ult. Oh boy, this could be a big fight. Polar is looking for his ult as well, but it looks like he won't even need it as they clean up Elusion. Vitamin C looked much more confident on that take than they did on the first one.
Definitely, definitely. The Chimanzi switch off the Hanzo onto the Reaper was definitely what gave them the upper hand in that fight, just from the straight DPS output they were able to get. So now, Elusion has to make the decision of whether they want to try to counter the Pharah. Ooh, Chimanzi goes down early though, and it looks like Elusion will be trying to push up on this.
Yeah, Gecko gets that first pick with his damage. Kurt gets 3, both tanks and the Moira. And then now they're pushing in here. What else can they do? Polar is forced to leave, still holding on. This barrage could decide this next fight, but if they are able to block it, Nick Saul with his own Sigma ult coming up, and Ivy Cat's barrage, they could team up to just neuter the potential of Vitamin C and fully sweep this point.
Definitely, definitely. This barrage is going to be point changer. It depends how Polar wants to play.
Oh, they're looking for it. There's the Hulk. He gets player first, but the rest gets absorbed, and they get... Polar's Fair's going to get... Rezi takes down Kurt on Doofus, and now they are trading Sigma ults. Drugna Hugs take in on that Normac on Nick on the opposite, and then Ivy Cat's Lucio finishes up the cleanup.
Okay, so from the looks of it, it looks like the beat from Ivy Cat really came in really big and helped save Elusion from that barrage. That barrage was potentially going to be very big, but we do see a swap coming in from Polar. Polar going to over to the Doomfist, swapping off that Pharah, and it is full meta from the side of Vit C now, going back to their guns now. And this fight should be a big one because Vit C has the ultimate advantage here, and they pop the bongo as Chimanzi tries to go for the Death Blossom, but gets killed in the process. Player cleaning up Nitstall, and this fight just went the way of Elusion.
Yeah, some big plays from a couple different players on that point, and now Vitamin C has to try with this Tracer to touch the plate. Tracer gets taking the Ivy Cat. Oh, not Ivy Cat. Capital on Lucio gets on point. Polar and Cap both taken down though. It looks like Elusion is going to be able to hold this on their own. Gecko had that Ash ready, and it helped secure that point for Elusion.
Definitely, definitely. Some big plays coming out from both sides. Kurt's Doomfist has been absolutely on fire this map.
0 to 1.
Chimanzi on the Reaper. That Reaper switch was honestly probably the best switch of the map. And honestly, there was nothing really Vitsi could do except try to stall the point. They tried, but they could not get it.
Now arriving at Lijiang
So, as we go to...
Initiate
Now we just have to wait.
As we are now on Lijiang Garden, another very pharmacy-heavy map. It'll be very interesting to see if they bring out the pharmacy on either side. I know a Symmetra could also be brought in here. Teleport right to the point window and just drop on point and take point presence right away. Definitely something that we have to keep into consideration. I think, though, both sides are going to be running meta tanks because the double barrier is so strong right now, and that's probably something that we're going to see all throughout this match.
Yeah, this is a really interesting map for Lijiang because it does give a little bit of that wiggle room for teams like Elusion if they want to run dive tanks or if they want to stick to the meta as we are seeing. Kurt's going to be coming in on Pharah with Ivy Cat as his Mercy pocket. Polar right now playing Pharah without a pocket. Could be interesting. Capital could just be looking for that early speed boost to get his team on point first before he gets back to Mercy for Polar.
Definitely, definitely. And we see the Mercy switch coming in right away. We figured the Pharmacy combo would be coming out from both sides. The Pharmacy combo is just so important. Oh, his Surfy goes down right away to the boop off of Kurt. And
yeah, Kurt.
And it'll be interesting to see if and Kurt picks off Sushi and Gecko picks off Capital. Those are 2 picks for Elusion. Elusion will be trying to press their luck here, but Chimanzi takes down Player, but it will not matter. As the res comes out from Ivy Cat and an Elusion easily take the first fight point. So during fight number 2, we have Chimanzi switching off to the Widowmaker. Nope, I am wrong. He's switching off to a McCree. I figured that a hit scan would be coming out because of just how much work Kurt is doing on that Pharah. The Pharah is just constantly pressuring down and breaking shields, and it is honestly paying off in the long run. Ooh, as Chimanzi gets picked off by the damage-boosted Ashe of Gecko. That's going to be a very big pick for Elusion. And Elusion will try to be pushing up here, trying to come in, but Polar comes in with the punch. Will not be finding anybody. As we see, Capital will be falling though to Drugs Not Hugs, Moira, Coalescence, and Gecko picks off Chimanzi. And this point has been all Elusion.
Yeah, Elusion has been really good right now at controlling the pace of these fights with that Pharah. They've used their ults sparingly and really well, the ones that they have built, and now they're just forcing Vitamin C to play scared, essentially. Forced to play back, trying not to get taken down by this Pharah, but as I say that, Chin gets taken down by Kurt, and who ults and also takes down Capital on Lucio. Just big plays from him so far.
Kurt has definitely been a big player to watch so far. His Doomfist has been amazing. His Pharah has been equally as good. And his play has honestly helped Elusion secure these fight wins. Yeah.
Not over or undersold. Both the tanks are also doing their job keeping those healers up. Looks like Chin on Reaper's going for the touch, along with Capital on Lucio as they try and keep this going. Chin gets taken down, but Capital is staying alive while Polar comes back. Can he survive long enough for someone else to touch? Yes, Sushi is going to touch. Get that damage orb going. Drugs Not Hugs and Nixal are going to commit their ults here, though. Moira and Sigmar have 2 big ultimates that help clean this up, and it looks like Elusion is going to take the map.
Oh, after we have a quick Tracer touch.
And then Polar comes back
on Doomfist.
Vitamin C does not give this up.
No, they are a very resilient group. They are not willing to give this up. When another light touch comes in, taking down Capital, and in the end, Elusion will be taking this point. Full hold for them. Gecko on the Ashe coming in with the big picks. It really did help. He had that damage boost from that Mercy, though. From Ivy Cat. Ivy Cat was just pretty much giving him anything that he needed for him to just do his thing. It didn't matter who you were. He was going to click you in the head pretty much.
Yeah. If you could cover this real quick, I'm going to try and fix my microphone.
Now we are going over to Horizon Lunar Colony. Horizon Lunar Colony is a map that it's very Bastion prominent. We saw that last week with Harmony and Chaos and Elusion. Definitely, we saw Rocket play the Bastion to perfection on that map. Also, Symmetra could be brought out here. Just set up a teleporter, go back and forth between point, make the rotations easy. Definitely something that we need to watch here. It's going to be interesting to see if both sides are going to be coming out on the Bastion on the defense side of this map. I know the meta is probably going to reign dominant here like it has before, but it'll be very interesting to see what goes on. Am I right, Bard?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really 2CP in general, but Horizon especially is a really big map for those full Bastion holds. Big meta tanks like Sigma and Orisa just provide so much shielding for their Bastion, and it allows you to play some slightly off-meta healers like Mercy and Baptiste, who can just keep him up even with a dive coming in on him so that he can just lay down the damage.
Definitely. The Mercy Bap combo is definitely one of the more stronger combos for a bunker composition with a Bastion, because all the Mercy has to do is hold down that right-click, damage boost the Bastion, just let him lay down as much damage as he can, while the Baptiste has his immortality field just to keep him alive. So it will definitely be interesting to see what is going to happen. It is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen on this map. So we do get two swaps on the side of Elusion. We get Honey in, and we get Black Ninja. Definitely two people that we have to watch out for. Black Ninja is a very good player in general. Like Bard mentioned earlier, a lot of Elusion and Vitsi can flex around to different types of roles. So it'll be definitely interesting to see what roles they roll out on. And now it is looking like we are getting ready for map number 2. Like I said, still a very Bastion prominent map. I don't think we will be seeing a lot of Doomfists on this map. I think it's going to be more of a Bastion centered map, a Bastion Reaper type DPS lineup. And of course, the meta tanks are king in this meta, of course. So we are definitely going to be seeing the double shields.
Yeah, I think we've seen some really good Orisa and Sigma plays so far, and I am excited to see more of them. But we've also seen a little bit of a change up from Elusion on that first Lijiang map. We saw the Rein Zarya come out, so I think they won't be afraid to try something a little off meta if the meta fails them.
Definitely. But from the first Lijiang map, though, the Rein Zarya did not suit them very well. It looked like they were pretty much lost on what to do from the pull punches coming out from Surfy and Polar. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what is going on. And from both sides, we'll see a mirrored Symmetra, but on the side of Vitsi, we will be seeing the Bastion, which I said earlier, and the Ana and Baptiste. Definitely something we have to watch out for. The anti-nades from Sushi on the Ana, the nano boost. Ana can make such a big difference in a fight.
Interestingly enough, though, they're not running the Bastion for that damage boost, so it could be slightly harder for Vitamin C to break those shields if they go for a point teleport. It might be harder for them to stop that teleport before it happens.
Definitely. They're just trying to play for some shield break right now. And trying to play... Ooh, as Chimanzi will be getting an early pick onto Black Ninja. That is a huge pick right off the bat. And that should be sending Elusion back to spawn. But we will see them enter the side room, trying to regroup with what they have. They know that the Bastion is there, and they're going to need to just play aggressive into the Bastion, teleport into him, and beta, and just use what they have to try to take him out.
Yeah, it looks like they're not super worried about Black Ninja making it to the point with them. They're just going to try and get there on their own. But Sushi takes down Drugs Not Hugs with a huge anti-nade, and they can't set up any of those sim turrets.
Yeah, that Symmetra is going to be playing a huge difference in this fight, though. Because if that Symmetra can get her beam ramped up, she will just be chunking players down, which Manzi going to get picked onto the other Symmetra, Gecko. And it looks like Vitsi has the advantage right now. And Polar picking up 2, killing both tanks. And Shamanzi, this fight just went Vitsi's way real quickly.
Yeah, their Vitamin C is really showing off the strengths of the Bastion comp, which is setting up and just not letting the enemy team push through you. Just putting out so much damage that they don't have a chance. And it looks like Elusion aren't going to try that teleport strat anymore. They've swapped to a Junkrat, maybe in hopes of breaking those shields a little faster and killing that Bastion.
Some interesting swaps coming out from the side of Elusion. They have a Junkrat McCree now. I know McCree is going to be tried to potentially stun the Bastion or Symmetra. I'm not completely sure, but the ult advantage is going to be on the side of Vitsi, though, with the window ult from the Baptiste and the configuration tank from Polar. A Polar getting taken down really low, but Polar will be taking out Black Ninja almost immediately.
Yeah, and losing that McCree, we won't get to see what their plan was with that McCree. Although Elusion has already taken 2 ticks just sitting on the point while Vitamin C is sitting back and letting them push into the damage.
And Sushi, nanoing Polar, pumping out some big damage right now as pretty much everybody from the side of Elusion is just going to get taken out. Chamanzi's showing up on the Symmetra. Still, the ult advantage is on the side of Vitsi. Elusion is doing nothing to try to counter this Bastion comp.
And there's another swap coming out from Elusion. They're going Pharmacy with the Lucio. So they looks like they're not trying to out-heal the damage that Bastion has done, but instead they're going to try and out-damage the Bastion and finish them off before he can kill the team. It's a bold strategy. We'll see how it plays out.
Definitely, definitely. I think they're going to try to just get to point as quickly as they can, set up, and make Vitsi play into what they want to do. And I think Elusion. Oh no, I am wrong. It's Normac and Chamanzi both dropped. And the Symmetra wall will be coming out. Oh, we will be seeing every ultimate from the side of Vitsi coming out. The Bastion ult, the Bongo. But I think this fight is going to the side of Vitsi, as they just have too much tank presence and healer presence.
Yeah, but as we say that, Elusion takes down Chamanzi, and they're staying alive on this point. Both of their DPS are still here to do damage, while there's no DPS alive for Vitamin C. Polar's just coming back now on that Doomfist after Capital's BAP gets taken down. Lucio ult is committed by Elusion. Looks like they just want to win this out right here, and they take the point.
Definitely, definitely. A lot of ultimates invested by both sides. For Elusion, it was more of a do-or-die type thing, so I do agree with using and investing those ultimates, because that very well could have been the first point for them. But we will see Nixtal investing the Sigmal and Normac investing the Sigmal. But the Immortality does come down from the side of Vitsi, and Normac getting nano, taking out 2, 3. Polar picking up some kills with the Reaper. Black Ninja taking out Polar on the other hand, though. Black Ninja picking up 2, but Normac absolutely popping off. Normac with the big Sigma plays.
Yeah, you know, Sigma, he's a really good utility tank. He's got the tank, he's got the shield, he can eat these abilities, but he also, you know, something we ignore a lot, he does so much damage as a hero. He's a really good choice for that nano boost. He can just put the splash damage in and wipe a team out like we've just seen. And we've got a pause now.
We have a pause now, so with that being said, that we are going to get a chance to talk about the ultimates for both sides. From the side of Elusion, they definitely have the ultimate advantage right now with Black Ninja with the Rocket Barrage, Gecko with the Riptire, and Honey almost with the Valkyrie. From the side of Vitsi, they are close to nothing. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if Vitsi can stop this. And a Riptire coming out from Gecko pretty early on. but the Immortality Field does come down with Polar picking up a pick on the Gecko. And Normac, once again, taking down a Riptire. Man, this dude has been all over the place tonight.
Yeah, it looks like Normac may have taken that first map loss to heart. Now he is just putting the team on his back, trying to carry as hard as he can on this Sigma. He's just some huge plays so far from Normac.
Definitely, definitely. We will be seeing Elusion going to this right side, trying to avoid a lot of the damage that's coming in from Elusion. With Black Ninja taking the off angle and trying to spam down as much damage. Gecko trying to pump as much damage as he can in too. The Junkrat, so strong. And Black Ninja gets the first pick on the Polar. But Vitzi will invest the ultimate. And Shamanzi picks up a quick pick on the Gecko. And it looks like this fight is going to go to the side of Vitzi.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Elusion has stayed in this building, though, and Black Ninja has his ult. He's looking for it. He takes down one, almost two, but Capital and Normac both survive. Nixal gets Sushi, but Sushi trades out Drugs Not Hugs on Baptiste. Black Ninja takes down Capital's Bap, but also gets taken down by Normac, and now it's just Gecko and Honey in, but Gecko's taken down and Honey has left.
Definitely a very interesting fight. We saw a few ults committed from both sides. The window of Drugs Not Hugs coming in from the side of Elusion, or no, I am sorry, from Capital from the side of Vitz coming in, but got no real value. And as Elusion looks to take this top left side, let's see what they will have to do in order to secure this fight win.
Yeah, it's interesting because overall right now, Vitamin C has the range over, or Elusion has the range over Vitamin C. That Junkrat can spam from far away.
Ooh, and Elusion fails to touch at the last second.
Oh, you hate to see the C9 like that. Elusion had such a promising fight ahead of them. Vitamin C had almost 6 ults to commit there. It was definitely going to be interesting. And then they just failed to touch the point.
That is unfortunate. You hate to see it, and I quote Sushi. But that last fight was going to be very interesting because both sides had quite a bit of ultimates to take that last fight. Yeah, honestly, could have gone both ways.
Yeah, I really do think Vitamin C is playing a really tight game on this map. What's really unfortunate for them, though, is the style of play that they were using to hold point A really allowed for Elusion to take that extra space, and they got those first 2 ticks without having a real fight on the point. And it allowed Elusion to build up the ults that they needed and make the proper swaps, and then they just needed to win 1 fight on the point, and they did that. But they couldn't. Elusion couldn't force Vitamin C to play that way on point B, which allowed Vitamin C to, play that tight game, not give up any ticks on point B, and not give them the space that they need to take those fights on points that can help them win the map, essentially.
Absolutely, and we will see Gecko coming out on the Bastion, an interesting team comp with the Pharmacy and Bastion on the defense. Very interesting composition with the double shield. A lot of damage going to be coming out from the side of Elusion, on the side of Vitz with Polar and Chimanzi on the Mei Reaper combo. Ooh, and Black Ninja picking up an early pick on the Surfy. That should force a regroup right there as the main tank falls down for Vitz.
Yeah, Black Ninja has been huge on the Pharah so far, and interestingly enough, and perhaps worryingly, for Vitamin C, they don't have anything to deal with that Pharah. They don't have hit scan outside of Baptiste, or not Baptiste even. I'm looking at the wrong team. They don't have any hit scan. They have nothing that can deal with this Pharah, and if they let Black Ninja parade his damage in, he's gonna take advantage of it.
Black Ninja coming in with 3 picks, with 2 of them being on the barrage. Make that a 4th! Black Ninja absolutely running over Vitz with this Pharah. Nixal will pick up the final kill, which should initiate a reset for Vitz. So what do you think Vitz has to do to counter this Pharmacy?
Well, it's interesting because Vitamin C, outside of the Pharah, Vitamin C is pretty even on like ults gained and the amount of ults they're gonna have going into this fight. If they can pressure Elusion and get in here with that Moira ult before they have a chance to build an ult that could help them counter it, they may be able to pump out a lot of damage and healing that could help them take down both the Pharah and the Bastion, and we'll just have to see if that works out for them.
In the Coalescence will be committed from the side of VitC. Let's see if they will push in on this. Oh, and Gecko pulling out the Bastion configuration tank. But he will drop down as most of Elusion will drop down. Surfy taking out the Bastion. But Honey getting the res almost immediately. Normac taking out Nick on the Sigma. This fight's looking pretty even, but Chimanzi and Sushi finding picks. Chimanzi with 2. And this fight's looking to go the side of VitC really quickly. Honey was investing the... Honey does invest the Valkyrie ultimate though, maybe a little overused, I am not sure, but Sushi will be finding the kill on the Honey.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that was a misused Mercy ultimate. It does look like they're keeping the Pharah, so if they keep the Mercy, then that was a bit of a misuse, but they do have the ult advantage going in here on the pure ult amount right now, but the ult economy is leaning for Vitamin C. Black Ninja commits his ult though going into this. And it looks like Elusion's gonna win this fight. Gecko, 2 big mines.
Gecko with the help of
his ult.
Gecko with the help of Drugs Not Hugs. Immortality, or Window ultimate. That can do so much more damage to help with Junkrat. Junkrat is already strong as he is, but add that extra damage boost, it just puts out an ungodly amount of damage. But
Yeah,
from the side of...
Sorry.
On the side of VitC, we have a major ultimate advantage as the Coalescence and the Bongo will be committed. Sushi and Polar finding 2 picks. Surfy. Sushi finding another one. The May ultimate will also be invested in this point. This went to the side of VitC. This map went all VitC.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta think they had 3 picks before Drugs Not Hugs used his window on Baptiste, and they really didn't have any other ultimates to help them keep that point, whereas Vitamin C had 5, almost 6, just going into that fight, which makes it next to impossible for them, really, to fully hold against those ults unless they pulled off some miracle plays, and it just didn't happen.
Definitely. We saw some huge plays coming in from both teams. Black Ninja with the Pharah, absolutely tearing it up. Normac on the Sigma, absolutely tearing it up with the Sigma. So, as we go into halftime, what do you think, Bard?
I think we've seen 2 different games and 2 different maps. I mean, Elusion tried something new. With that Rhine Zarya to open up Lijiang, you know, I think they may have thought they knew about some weakness with Vitamin C that they could try and exploit, but they didn't find that. But then they played the meta in Lijiang, and they took those the second and third map, and took that first map, and now Vitamin C seem to have been completely reinvigorated by that. So they come into Horizon, they run it by the numbers. Elusion has to try some splash damage comps to see if they can work their way in, and it just doesn't work out for them.
Definitely. And as we go to halftime, we will be back at 9:19, so we will see you guys then.
Hello and welcome back to Vitamin C versus Elusion. We've had a quick halftime, let the teams get rested. We are about to go into our next map, which hasn't been updated for us, but I believe it's
Blizzard World. It is going to be Blizzard World.
Blizzard World. I wanted to say Hollywood. I'm glad you caught me. Just don't let me be any more scuffed this cast, JStar.
I will
No,
try my best, Bard.
We're gonna
But
go
Blizzard
into
World.
Blizzard World, yeah. Tell me how you think this is gonna go.
Another kind of pharmacy heavy map. I saw it last week in the Discord match between Harmony and Chaos and Eclipse. Both sides bringing out a pharmacy at some point. So it's definitely going to be something that we have to keep in mind that they will run. Bastion could be brought out on both sides. I know that some teams like to bring out the Bastion on attack just so they can set up on the cart after they cap point 1. So a lot of different variables could go in here, but I definitely think the meta will still be prominent on this map just because of how strong Reaper and Doomfist are, but I would not be surprised if we saw a pharmacy from either side.
Yeah, I mean, I expect the pharmacy. I expect the pharmacy for sure out of Black Ninja. You know, he's put so much work in on both maps. On that Pharah, and we've had yet another scuff. Don't worry, I wasn't responsible this time, so we're all good. Yeah, I expect the big Pharah. But I also, you know, it worked so well on defense Vitamin C. I can see Bastion maybe playing a big role on their defense here on point A.
Definitely. And just for the memes later on, can we get a hashtag blame Bard in chat, please?
Yeah.
I want to see this. I want to see blame Bard in chat.
Yeah.
And we
I try my
definitely
best.
Ready.
and it's definitely going to be interesting to see what both sides pull out. But from the side of Vit C, we are seeing the Pharmacy Bastion once again, something that works so well for them. And from the side of Elusion, it looks like they are going to be running the Rein Zarya with a May. No, I am wrong. With a Reaper, Ana, and May. Going to be lacking a little bit of the AoE healing that Moira brings out, but their plan is probably to get to a point as quickly as they can.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because now Elusion has the problem that Vitamin C had on Horizon, where they have nothing to really take down this Pharah. But they are running a really brawly comp that looks like they want to speed in and just not have to worry about the Pharah at all. And we're off. We have Polar just raining damage down while Chimanzi is trying to break that shield before they get inside. And capitalizes on the damage done by his team to take down Black Ninja on May. And that's going to be a big loss. They're not going to have that CC. But Black Ninja uses an opportunity to swap to Widowmaker. I think he's going to try and take down Polar on Pharah.
From the looks of it, yeah, that's what it's going to be. Can we get an F in the chat for that bad pun, though? But
It was a great
player,
pun.
Polar trying to go in, though, gets taken down to 1 HP. Player, they have to keep him alive if they want to have any chance of winning this. But Chimanzi coming out way too strong on the Bastion.
Yeah, Chimanzi and Capital just laying the damage in together, and that damage boost from Mercy goes a long way on every hero that it's on, and it's incredible because now they really have to get that pick onto Polar if they are trying to run the Rein Zarya into it, but they get a big boop. Kurt gets a big boop, knocking them off of high ground, knocking Vitamin C off of high ground, and now they can push in. Kurt has swapped over to a Pharah with no Mercy, so it's going to be really interesting to see. It looks like he's going to get healing mostly just from his Moira, but Black Ninja takes down Polar.
Black Ninja, what a shot from him.
Chimanzi, they used the amplification matrix, and now it's Kurt in the backline trying to do damage. Black Ninja takes down Chimanzi on Bastion. Kurt takes down Sushi before a res can be made, and now Elusion is just sweeping through this point.
Black Ninja, two very, very, very big picks coming out on the Widowmaker. Taking out the Pharah, taking out the Bastion, forcing both those players to switch. We will be seeing now from the side of Vit C, the Reaper and the May coming out. And the ultimate advantage is going to be on the side of Elusion, though, with the Earth Shatter and the Infrasight from Player and Black Ninja.
No one can hide
I wanna yell player. I want him to get this shatter off. I want him to.
Oh, he gets no one with it. That is unfortunate, and Sushi takes down Nick. You know, I don't want them to fall back into that trap that they had on Elusion, where they thought they had to keep running the Rein Zarya when it wasn't working out too well. It's going to be a lot harder for them to set up on point with Rein Zarya.
Definitely. I think the Orisa Sigma is the way to go here against the Pharmacy. All they have to do is deny the line of sight with a Sigma barrier and just push in. You're pretty much a 4v6 once you deny the line of sight. And we will see, and we still the ult coming out from Kurt, but Normac taking him down almost instantly. But Surfy's Bongo
ultimate. Surfy does get taken down by Nixall, and then Sushi takes down Nick. They commit the grab here. They get no one with it. You've got to think they're swapping.
Definitely. That would be the only logical reason. Honey holding onto that Coalescence. Yes, and we will be seeing the switch to the double barrier comp. Nixall back on the Sigma player, back on the Orisa. Once again, though, the ultimate advantage goes to VitC this time, with Capital with the beat, Sushi with the Coalescence, Normac with the Gravitic Flux.
There's one Coalesce coming in already from Sushi, and it's countered by Honey. Ivy Cat also committed her ult already on Lucio. No deaths coming out from either team yet. Kurt, without a Mercy Pocket, is just trying to rain as much damage in as he can. Still no picks. Vitamin C is doing an excellent job of just slowing down their play and slowing down the play of Elusion. They commit the Sigma ult, Vitamin C does, and it gives Chim his ultimate. Sushi and Polar together take down both healers on the side of Elusion, and now they are pushing back through. It was just a methodical game plan from Vitamin C there.
That was a huge Sigma ult from the side of Normac. He knew that Ivy Cat had already invested the beat, and he knew he could get away with it, and have the follow-up damage. But we will see the switch from Ivy Cat going to the Mercy to help out Kurt. Kurt does have the Rocket Barrage though, but the ult advantage is still in the favor of VitC with both the Mei and Reaper ult and the beat drop. It'll be interesting to see what they invest.
It's gonna come down to, I think, this beat drop could just stop Kurt in his tracks on his ultimate, or we could see a big shield from Normac. We've already seen it in the past, but Kurt, this time, he has that Mercy Pocket, and he goes for the ult. He gets Sushi and Surfy before Chim takes him down. That Reaper takes out. Oh, Ivy Cat goes in and gets the res on Kurt on Pharah, and now Elusion is going to be able to push the point through even further. Vitamin C were forced to withdraw.
Definitely. Kurt is doing so much work on the far. He is putting Elusion on his back right now. He wants this game as much as everybody else in this lobby does. He knows what he's in for, and he is definitely playing like it. But once again, though, the ultimate advantage is on the side of VitC still. They will commit the Coalescence, and they are still holding on to the Reaper and Mail. But we will see the Mail invested, and it will get Nixall as Tremanzi takes on Nick right away. And that is going to be an advantage for the side of VitC.
Oh, but the Moira ult from Honey takes down Polar, and they get the res onto Nixall from Ivy Cat. That's the benefit of having that Mercy. The Hulk comes together. At the moment, it's a 4-on-6 on the point. Ku can come in. They commit the Orisa ult from Player, but Nick gets taken down in some Black Ninja, and they commit the Reaper ult. They get Kurt. Player takes down Chimanzi, but it's just the Orisa on point. He gets taken down by Capital's Lucio. Ivy Cat is forced to flee, and Vitamin C win the fight off of their ult advantage.
Ivy Cat did pop the Valkyrie, though. I'm not completely sure why. But that is going to be yet another advantage for the side of VitC, who already have the Sigma ult. And Kurt swapping off to the Doomfist. But we will see the Sigma ult coming out from Nixall, and the counter coming out from...
Oh, Nick punch! Nick punched Normac out of his ultimate. They don't get the Sigma ult. That was a huge play, but Capital and Chim say, that's all right, Normac, we got you. And they take down 3. Sushi and Normac get a 4th and a 5th, and it's just one person left on the point for Elusion. It's just the Hammond for Player. How long can he survive? Can his team get back there? I don't think they can. Sushi takes him down, and Vitamin C hold before point 2.
Man, there were a few fights I thought were going to go Elusion's way. I definitely thought they were going to cap that second point, but VitC showing how resilient they are, holding down the fortress. Man, some huge plays coming out from everybody from the side of Vitsi.
Yeah, that was a huge punch from Kurt. He knocked Normac out of his Sigma ult before it could go off. I thought for sure they were going to capitalize on that. But no, Chimanzi was in there. Capital was in there. They said, don't even worry about it, Normac. It happens. We're going to keep you in this fight.
Definitely, definitely. The pharmacy playing such a big factor for both sides. Kurt coming out with some big plays on the Pharah. And let's see if Polar will pull out the Pharah for himself. We saw some big plays from him on Lijiang Tower with the Pharah. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what both sides will bring out. And yes, I was right. We will see a Pharah come out from both sides. It's definitely going to be interesting to see who will have the advantage. But from the side of Elusion, we do have Kurt on the Bastion. So this first hold is going to go slightly to the side of Elusion, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if Chim can do what Black Ninja did on his attack and just take out Black Ninja on Pharah and hopefully deny that res so that they can push in and take down Kurt on Bastion without all that additional damage that the Pharah supplies. You know, it's really hard to push into those Pharah rockets because they just do so much splash damage to the entire team.
Absolutely. For the side of Elusion, Nixtal is going to have to get that Sigma barrier right up in Chimanzi's face and deny the sightlines. Denying the sightlines is going to be such a big factor. But it's going to be hard, though, because you have to pick your poison, whether or not you want to try to deny the Pharah or the Widowmaker. But we will see Chimanzi switching up to the Bastion. Interesting swap for the attack.
It looks like they're going to have their old Civil War battle where they just sit across from each other and shoot to see who can break those shields first. I gotta say, it's going to come down to these Pharahs to help with that shield break. We see it already. Polar is going up in the air, and Elusion is playing so far back that Polar has a lot of room in front of the point to play with to get that shield break down. But Black Ninja takes Polar down. They get that huge first pick. Sushi gets the res, but they didn't have that bonus damage. They're forced to use the eye field before the fight proper starts. Oh, the Black Ninja gets rocked in the face by Normac. And now Polar has room to come in here and put this splash damage down behind. They don't have anything to stop them. They use the eye field. Black Ninja gets Chimanzi on Bastion, and Kurt gets Normac. Elusion. They look like they were being forced into such a bad position. But Kurt and Black Ninja make such huge plays. Sushi reses Chimanzi, though. Polar trades with Black Ninja. Ivy Cat reses Black Ninja, and Elusion is going to clean this up.
You know, from the beginning of that fight, I thought Elusion definitely had the advantage because they had the advantage of having the Orisa already set up and not really having to worry too much about having to take space and all that. But Vitsi did show some resilience and almost got 2 big picks and almost took that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because, again, Elusion is playing so far back on their setup compared to where Vitamin C did that they don't have anywhere to run if they lose people, so they really have to force themselves in to stay in the situation that they're in. I mean, they could drop down on the point, but that's not going to give them as much room as they might need. Chimanzi and Polar swapped their DPS lineup, though. They're running the May Reaper now. How do you think they're going to use that?
So, from the side of it, see, Polar's going to try to wall that Bastion up. They're going to try to get him secluded from everything. Ooh, but Surfy will be going down super quickly. Surfy kind of went in a little aggressively without anybody there. They do get the wall up, but it will not do anything from the side of Vitsi.
Kurt and Black Ninja are cleaning up. They had that amplification matrix from the BAP. They had the window and then the eye field. When Surfy tried to push in, they put that eye field down, and they, even with the wall, they couldn't kill the Bastion because he was immortal in that ability.
Definitely. Ivy Cat also does invest the Valkyrie ultimate. Once again, we will see the ultimate advantage for the side of Elusion.
Yeah, Elusion committed 3 ults there, but they still have the advantage because both DPS were forced to swap on Vitamin C. And now, Black Ninja, he's putting that damage in. He's got his ult. He's going to look for it. Nick's trying to build his up. Kurt gets lifted up and rocked out of it. Can he stay alive? Yes, they swap it over. Nick uses his ult, gets both supports. Moira's able to fade out. Normac trades Nick out, but Capital dies. Chim gets player. They put the barrage in. They trade. Normac gets Black Ninja while Surfy goes down to the barrage. But it looks like Kurt is the only one left alive, and they take point while Kurt's stuck off the point. Vitamin C take the point by just forcing their way in.
That's honestly how I have to do it against Sebastian. You got to brute force your way in, brawl it out. It's not going to be a pretty fight. And that's what you have to do against Sebastian. Chimanzi, though, setting up, almost has that Death Blossom ultimate. But we will see the ultimate advantage swap, and it will be VitC that has the ultimate advantage now. With the Supercharger, the Graphitic Flux, and the Coalescence, and Chimanzi almost with that Death Blossom.
Yeah, it looks like, right now, Kurt's flanking with that Reaper. He gets Capital and the Orisa ult before they can use it effectively, and now Black Ninja has so much room to put damage in. Sushi commits his Moira ult, takes down Kurt, but Black Ninja takes down Surfy and makes room for Ivy Cat to res Kurt, and they forced Vitamin C back. Elusion has won the first fight for the payload, but they've gotten so much room, Vitamin C.
Definitely. I am not sure what Polar was doing right there. Probably just trying to stall it out, but it'll be definitely interesting to see what ultimates VitC wants to invest here, because they do have Ivy Cat with the Valkyrie again and Black Ninja with the Rocket Barrage and Honey coming up on the window amplification matrix. But once again, both DPS ults should serve enough here for the side of VitC.
Yeah, and you've got to think that Sigma ult's going to be really big to put them in a position where they can use those DPS ults. Oh, Black Ninja commits the ult beforehand. He gets Polar and Capital and Normac. 3 huge picks, one from each category. Player takes down Sushi on Moira. And suddenly, VitC has nothing to push into.
Black Ninja, I'm sorry, completely canceled Polar's ult. They have no Blizzard anymore.
Polar committed the ult there.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it come out. Did Nick eat it?
No. Black Ninja was able to kill him before it got fully out, and Polar switching right off the Mei to the Ashe. But Black Ninja will be taking him out right away.
That's an ult committed by both sides. They put the Amplet Matrix down and they use the Sigma ult. Chim gets 2 big picks. He gets Ivy and Player, and now Sushi takes down Nick. Kurt and Black Ninja are doing everything they can to keep their team in this fight, but it's not gonna happen. Black Ninja's forced to flee while he waits for his Mercy to come back, and now they've got to touch. Elusion has to touch before Vitamin C can push this just 10 more yards, essentially, 15 more meters onto the victory.
Definitely, and Kurt's gonna be coming in with the Reaper ult. This could honestly be a fight changer right here, but the beat will come out from the side from Capital.
Oh, Kurt still uses his ult. He gets rocked out of it. The eye field's up, but Vitamin C still gets Player. They commit the Sigma ult to get 4 in it, 3 in it. Moira fades out, but that's still 3 big picks, and Player gets res. Nick Saul gets 2 more picks after coming down out of his ultimate, and it's just Chim with Reaper who gets taken down. Vitamin C is not going to touch, and they lose Blizzard World to Elusion.
Nick Stahl put that last fight on his back. He said, we are not losing to these boys. Or boys and girls, I apologize. We are going to be going to another map. We want this game. Nick Stahl came in clutch there at the end.
Yeah, this match is everything that we thought it would be and more. We've seen huge plays from everyone on both sides, some really close maps, and just some really, really fun Overwatch.
Absolutely. And now, we will be going into Route 66, the escort map. I know on attack that a Bastion is very, very prominent here. What do you think?
I think the Bastion could come out. I do think, however, these first 2 points, point 1 or point A especially, I don't know how we break them up. I think we say point A. Point A especially is so good for Pharah, and both teams have had some really good success with these Pharah players that I think we're gonna see some more Pharah. I think we're gonna see it from Gecko, who's getting subbed in right now. He's just a big player, and he offers a lot of versatility for Elusion.
Polar on the side of VitC. Huge fire plays coming out from him throughout this whole game. He's been putting in a lot of work for VitC.
Yeah, Polar is, speaking from experience, Polar is a scary Pharah to play against. And I think Vitamin C, they just need to not get in their own heads. after Blizzard World. You know, they had everything going for them and just some big plays that really helped Elusion take it, which means that like it's not their fault, and they can't go into this thinking that it is their fault. They have to play their game. They can't let the mind game get to them. Elusion, they're coming into this carefree. They've secured at least a map 5. They just got to win this, and they take the series.
Definitely. You know, the map 5 for this map set, Busan, is a map that not many players like. I personally don't mind it, but Busan is definitely a map I know a lot of players want to avoid. So let's see if Elusion's going to let's see if Elusion will come out hard and fast and try to take this map.
Yeah, Busan, not as bad as Paris, obviously. Obviously, Paris is the worst. But you know, it does allow a lot of room for some interesting comps to come out as well. You know, you can see a couple different variations on the meta. On Busan, you see a lot of Pharah. On downtown, you can see Doom and Reaper coming in on mech base. You see a lot of Mei coming in on Shrine. So it could still be an interesting match if we take it to map 5. But first, Vitamin C have to win Route 66.
Definitely. And I think this is going to go... This map could go either way, in my opinion. We've seen some solid play from both sides. Both sides bringing out huge ultimates, bringing out pretty much all the stops. Both teams want this as much as they all want it. It's going to be very, very interesting to see where we go from here. And as we are about to get ready, as we enter, we will see. We will see not much right now, but as we get into it, we see a loading screen. Yes, we do indeed. But as we get into it, I think that the attacking side, which is Vitsi, will bring out the Bastion. We'll bunker it up, pirate ship, play the point.
Is Vitamin C attacking first? Oh, we've got a pause.
We do have a tactical pause, so we can straighten things out.
I don't know who attacks first, actually. You might be more knowledgeable than I do. I don't set these up very often. I think both attacks are definitely gonna rely on some form of
definitely some sort of Bastion.
Yeah, so I think we could see these Bastion comps hiding behind the Orisa shield. But I think if Elusion is on their attack, they might try not running the Bastion. I mean, the Bastion hasn't worked out swimmingly for them. It's worked on certain fights, but it hasn't worked out quite as well as Vitamin C has, especially on Horizon. We saw that Vitamin C was able to pick that apart pretty quickly. But I think they might try something with the Pharah. But again, Elusion plays a lot of different comps. They could surprise us with anything.
Yeah, definitely. I know the Pharah is definitely going to be something that we will probably see here from both sides. Definitely something that has been so strong for Vitsi and Elusion. As we are getting back into the map now, we had a quick pause. But it'll definitely be interesting to see what both sides roll out on. And with 3 seconds left before we get shown, let's see. And I was right. Polar will be coming out on the Bastion for the side of Vitsi. No, I am wrong. I have lied once again. He does swap to Mei, unfortunately, but we will see Kurt for the side of Elusion pulling out the Bastion. I was wrong. It is going to be Elusion that will be attacking first. We will be seeing a little bit of an interesting healer comp from the side of Elusion with the Anna and Mercy. I know Honey is going to be trying to play for the Nano there, and Kurt makes a swap off the Bastion to a Widowmaker. They are going to be running a double hit scan. They are going completely Pharah-proof here.
I don't know if they're afraid of the Pharah or if he's just making some noise to try and fool them. It looks like he is. They are still going to Bastion. That's clever, because if they think they're running the Widow, they may play a little scared around the corner, and that's going to give Elusion time to set up on point. Look at that. They get the point for free, no contest. They can just set right up. And now Gecko on Ashe. He throws that dynamite back, doesn't get anyone, but now they turn the corner, and this is where the cavalry battle starts. Bastion versus Bastion. Mixall is using his body to absorb some of that damage, but no, they don't have the eye field when they're running Honey on Ana, and Chim is able to take 2 big picks. Polar gets stunned, but it doesn't matter because he's just right back into turret form with that shield. They're able to push underneath it. How far are Elusion going to be able to push, though, before Vitamin C have to drop down onto the point? They're trying to focus down. The Bastion.
They get it. They're trying. They get it to the end of this. They get it to the end of the gas station. Then I think Vitsi will have to relocate a little bit. Chimanzi, once again, showing why he is such a good Hanzo, coming out with some big picks. Chimanzi has that Dragon ultimate, though, has the Dragon Strike ultimate. Will he use it in this fight? That plus the Orisa Halt could be a very big fight changer. Chimanzi, once again, doing what I said he'd have to do, take the off angles, flank a little bit. He does have a pocket from Sushi. And we will see Gecko swapping from the Ashe to the Pharah with with Ivy Cat with the pocket. But once again, though,
force him out of position. They get Normac down. Normac's not on the gas station anymore. Kurt gets Polar. That's a huge pick. They commit the Dragon, though. Chimanzi, they don't have the eye field. He takes down Kurt and Honey, and Sushi is able to get the resurrection, and Vitamin C turn it around just like that with one big ultimate. Chim, again, you're right. He's just putting the team on his back. He's taking those off angles. He's using his ult strategically. You've got to think Elusion could do right now with that Baptiste, but no, instead, they swap the Bastion to a Genji. How do you think they're going to use this?
Interesting. So I think what they're going to try to do is isolate Chimanzi on the Hanzo, because they know he wants to take these off angles. So they're just going to have the Genji just dive him. So they can pretty much fight it 5v5, but Kurt on the Genji going down to pretty much 1 HP, but Polar picking up the pick on Honey. Polar, with the help of the Baptiste field, picking up 2 big picks, and that would be the healer and DPS gone from the side of Elusion.
Ivy Cat reses Gecko, though, and Kurt is forcing them to move around on this, playing in their backline on this Genji. They're forcing them back, but Surfy takes down Nixall. The Orisa coming in with a huge pick. The eye field goes down, so Gecko can't get any picks. And now Kurt, 1 HP, forced to retreat. Gecko goes down low, has to retreat. They're still running Honey on the Ana. I think they're going to try and Nano Blade, but they're holding that ult for so long while Kurt has to build his. He's playing that careful ult. Will they have time?
They nanoed the Genji early. Let's see what their plan is with this. He does get Sigma ulted, though, as Normac takes him down almost immediately. Player taking out Polar, though. That is a huge pick. Oh, and Gecko! We're up 4-man barrage for Gecko!
Oh, Gecko's insane. Capital's touching the point. They don't know. Capital's stalling for so long. He's just allowed to sit there and contest the point. That is hilarious. Not enough time, though, I think, for Vitamin C to touch, but they do get to set up better on this second point.
The unsung hero.
Bastion.
Player, that unsung hero, though, popping the bongo, putting out so much damage for the Pharah ultimate, plus the Ivy Cat damage boost. There was nothing really Elusion could do about that. Or, I'm sorry, Vitsi could do about that.
Yeah, and Kurt now, he's got that Dragon Blade. Is he going to hold on to it, or is he going to use it right now? He uses it right now.
He is going to go in.
The eye field goes down. It's so tricky. When they're running that Baptiste, you have to get in before you can put that eye field down. And Kurt, unable to do that. Elusion now has to play a little careful. They're just hiding behind the cart to give themselves that extra shielding. Oh, Nick gets rocked in the middle of his kinetic grasp and goes down to Polar. Such a good combo from Normac and Polar, but he gets rezzed by Ivy Cat. Is she going to make it out alive? She does. Chim is able to put down this damage uncontested. Now he has a dragon. Again, Vitamin C has 4 ults to Elusion's none, but Elusion is able to keep pushing. They're underneath.
Oh, and there's the May from Kurt, walling up the Bastion. That is what I said they needed to do on Blizzard World, and the same thing still goes. Wall up the Bastion and put everything you have into him. But Polar will be popping the configuration take ultimate. And the dragon into.
How many ults are they going to use here? That's 2. They get no picks with both DPS ults. That is unfortunate for the side of Vitamin C. Mixall takes down Surfy's Orisa. Elusion is pushing into this. Chim, though, takes down Gecko's Pharah, and Polar takes down Ivy Cat. Honey takes down Normac. the Nano did go out there from Ana, but Polar is
onto the
just
Mei.
taking down their team. Polar, the Baptiste puts his ult down, and Polar is able to just put damage in the propane store. He takes down 3. That was
fight
an
just
interesting
shifted.
fight.
60 seconds.
That fight shifted so quickly from going Illusion's favor to Elusion being on the run really quickly. But Gecko does have the rocket barrage, and we will see an ultimate advantage from the side of Elusion with the 3-2 ults. But Polar will probably build up another configuration tank by the time this is all said and done.
Yeah, now they're going in. Gecko, he's looking for those big picks, but Player actually gets the first pick on Chim. He was playing those off angles that made it really hard for him to get the shielding from his team and allowed Player to capitalize off damage done by his team. Black Ninja goes in close for the ult. He gets taken down straight away. The eye field is up. He gets rezzed by Gecko, and the Blizzard goes in off of Kurt. Oh, Gecko's now he gets the damage done, and Kurt gets Surfy while Player gets Normac on Sigma. Gecko finishes up finishes up both of the last 2 players, and they take point B.
That was a huge result from Player, though, giving the damage boost to literally everybody on the team. That damage was just coming out from the side of Elusion, and they got to keep that in consideration that the Orisa Mongo does so much. Chimanzi, though, will have the dragon back up. Capital will have his window back up. Let's see if they use it. Normac and Chimanzi get 2 early picks.
They don't even need it.
No, this is just a straight clean fight. The side of VitC cleaning everything up.
Both healers go down. There goes Pharah. Yeah, and now they've got 3 ults that they didn't have to commit any to, and Elusion has none. Gecko might be able to build an ult during this fight, but with probably 1 fight left, this could go just straight in Vitamin C's favor. We've seen them sweep through. Normac doesn't even need an ult. He takes down Nixal on Sigma before they can get that, and now they commit the BAP ult. Kurt trying to go in on Mei, but he just gets taken down, and Chim takes down players. They try to flee. They've got 25 seconds to get back in here.
And Elusion has no ults to try to take this. They're going in with 1 ult, and they are praying that Gecko can get a pick or 2 off of this. And it's still going into the side of VitC. VitC with the ultimate advantage with the dragons and the prophetic flux.
They're bunkered down so well.
Oh, Gecko!
Normac gets the ult in before Nick does, and then Nick gets taken down. Oh, they're cleaning this up. Ivy rezzes Nick on Sigma, but Kurt's going low. They're pushing in. They're staying in this fight, Elusion, really well. They force Bastion to move, but he gets sets back up in that turret form. The Nano goes in on Sigma from Honey. But Polar, using his ult, he gets Gecko, and the eye field was up to keep his team alive, even with the anti. Sushi goes in on Mercy. A pick you rarely see, gets Honey. And now the tanks, Normac and Surfy, clean it up for Vitamin C. They hold on point C for Vitamin C.
That was a very interesting first attack for the side of Elusion. They did so many things well, but they overinvested ultimates to try to get that second point. They had nothing they had nothing for the third point, and it ended up biting them in the end. Polar, so solid on that Bastion. I think he'll be pulling that out again. But we have 20 seconds until we find out. But Player, with some huge bongos from the side of Elusion, he turned a few of those fights around to go Elusion's favor.
Yeah, we talk about Elusion using too many ults, but really I think it was more of a matter of mistiming their ultimate. They use both DPS ults in certain fights when they don't need to, when they have already committed Player's ult to one of the DPS ults. You got to think, with the impact Player's ults are having, they could be winning fights just with that Orisa damage boost. But instead, they're overcommitting. I think Vitamin C is going to be feeling pretty confident going into this. They're coming out with the Pharah
Bastion. Yep. And an interesting pick from the side of Elusion, Gecko on the Junkrat. So I think the plan here is to just spam down shields. They want to get shield break. They want to hold Elusion. They want to hold them. if I'm being quite honest, with the comp they were running.
Yeah,
And it'll be very interesting to see what goes on.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we saw Gecko on Junkrat on Horizon, right? He was their Bastion counter. He picked up that Junkrat.
Ooh, that is a huge boop from Polar.
Both tanks are pushed down.
And if
Polar's going over.
Ooh, Vitsi. Those are some huge Orisa pulls coming out from the side of Surfy.
And now they're booped off again. They're just forcing them to play out of position, and Surfy gets the first pick onto Nick Sol's Sigma. They're trying to set back up, but Polar and Sushi, again, the battle Mercy, takes down Gecko and Ivy Cat. Ivy gets res, the Baptiste, and then Kurt, 2 big picks, taking down Sushi on Mercy and Polar on Bastion, and now they're going to set back up. They're trying to get in here. Chim, though, has the better shield break, takes down Player and Kurt. The Orisa and the Bastion combo both go down. Nick's playing behind them, trying to touch. He does touch with that Sigma. And now
He does tilt
Nick
Chimanzi. That is a big pick. But Normac takes him out.
They can stay in this. Gecko on McCree. He's trying to get the damage in, but no, Normac and Capital. Capital gets 2. Polar takes down Honey on Mercy, and Vitamin C already take point A with 5 minutes left.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but with this Baptiste buff, doesn't he do about the same amount of damage as a soldier now?
I don't know exactly how much damage he does. I know he does more than he did.
We're definitely seeing it here, though.
Yeah, Capital. Just
Ooh, that is
and
a quick
Sushi
hit,
too.
though.
Oh, Gecko takes down Polar. Sushi was able to get the res, so they're gonna go into this fight 6v6. Oh, but Kurt takes down Chim, the Bastion counterpart. Polar takes down Ivy Cat, so they don't have that eye field because Kurt takes down Capital's eye field. Honey, though, had
That is a huge
res.
pull on the player.
Ivy, they pull them off again, off that high ground. They're using their abilities to just bracket them into the position that they want them in, and Capital is able to take down Kurt because of it. They commit. Vitamin C commit the Baptiste ult, but so do Elusion. Polar, though, 2 big picks on his ult. Both Sigmas trade ults, but Normac gets 2 with his. It's a battle of the ults, and Vitamin C emerge victorious. They want to take us to map 5.
Vitsi is not going down without a fight. Absolutely. We are seeing them try everything. They are pulling. They are fighting. They're a resilient group, and they definitely proved why they are the #1 team in the Harmony tier.
Yeah, Polar gets that big pick onto Gecko, who is stuck behind. He's going to be a bit staggered going in this fight. Now, we have to see if Elusion can set up the Bastion the same way that Vitamin C was so successful too. Oh, They get set up. It's a shield battle, but Illusions gets taken down first. They're forced to reset. How are they going to be able to set up here? They're going to try it one more time. The turret mode, though. Oh, they take down the eye field. Kurt gets a good one. Both Bastions use ults. Chim they trade ults. Trade kills. Surfy gets Gecko on McCree. The Orisa, again, Orisas are coming in big. Kurt gets Surfy, though. Normac takes down Kurt. Chim gets Nixall. On Sigma, they take down the Mercy as well. Vitamin C is rolling through the team. It's just Moira left alive. I don't think Ivy Cat can do anything, but she uses her ult. No, she gets taken down by Surfy. We're going to a map 5.
Man, what a game. What can I say? Both teams pulling out whatever they can to try to win this. And we are going to definitely deserve map 5 for an amazing game. Big plays coming out from both sides. Gecko with some huge far plays. That 4K, that was a huge play. They were not expecting that play to come out. Man. So what do you think we're going to see going into map 5, Bard?
Interesting. I think we're going to see some interesting plays. I think we're going to see a lot of different comps. I think we're going to see some really interesting comps. You know, these teams haven't been afraid to play the meta. But Elusion also, a couple times, they've showed us that they're willing to try some off-meta configurations. You know, they've had the Rhine and the Zarya a couple times. They've had some interesting DPS lineups, you know, bringing out McCree. You don't see a lot of hit scan in this meta, but they're willing to try it. And I think we might see some interesting plays. Definitely a lot more far.
Definitely. And I think both teams are going to kind of scrap the whole idea of running the Bastion here because Control isn't really set up for a Bastion. I think we will continue to see the Pharmacy come out, though, from both sides. The Pharmacy playing huge roles from both sides. Polar with some huge plays, Gecko and Black Ninja all have been pulling out some huge Pharah plays, booping people off, forcing bad rotations, and it's honestly paying off for both sides.
It is playing off really well. I think so far Vitamin C, and you can feel free to weigh in on this as well. I think Vitamin C have played the Bastion comp better, just overall. They haven't been afraid to lean into the meta of the Bastion comp. They've had that Baptiste every time. Elusion's tried it with the Ana with varying levels of success. But Vitamin C, they just lean into it, I think, better than Elusion do. So I think Elusion needs to try some interesting things to break those Bastion comps if we see them come out on Control.
Definitely. We see a very interesting swap coming in from the side of Elusion. Nextdoll getting subbed out for Black Ninja. What are you expecting to see from the tank line now that Nick isn't in?
It's interesting because I asked them to clarify, because I'm bad with names, right? So when we were doing MVPs, voting for who we thought should get what award, right? I asked Elusion, I said, I can't remember. I remember playing against them, but I can't remember who plays your off tank. And 3 of them actually play off tank. So
Really?
We could see Gecko play off tank. We could see Kurt play off tank. We could see Black Ninja, I think, might also play off tank. I'm not 100% sure. But we could see some interesting combos. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried Dive. It can be really good against those bunker setups if they're run effectively. And it pairs really well with Pharah, who they've been running with a ton of success this whole time.
Absolutely. It's going to be very interesting to see. We are on downtown, so a very Widowmaker kind of heavy map. I know people like to run Widows here, in a very also strong dive map as well. Do you think we're going to see dive from either side?
Ready for battle.
I think we could. Right now, looking at it, I don't think we are. We have Gecko, who is playing off tank, but he's playing Roadhog, which could be really interesting. They could be trying for a bit more of that CC. They were being forced out of position by the halts and the Pharah boops coming out from Vitamin C on Route 66. So they might be trying to take some of that back, get their own position advantage.
Absolutely. The halt hook is such a strong combination for tanks. And I think Gecko's also going to be wanting to help spam down some shields, because the shield war has been going Vitzi's way pretty much every time.
Yeah.
There comes the halt, but it will find nobody.
Kurt able to wall right up after getting halted, and now they're bracketing Vitzi. They're all playing together, and Black Ninja, he's able to get a ton of damage in that Kurt capitalizes on. Polar gets Ivy Cat though. That's a huge pick. No mercy for Black Ninja. He's got to be really careful with his play, but he already has an ult and commits it. He takes down Capital and does so much damage. Kurt is able to come in and capitalize, get 2 picks, both tanks going down, and Elusion takes the point to start.
Kurt got 4 kills in that fight. He cleaned up that fight. He already has a dragon, and I think that's going to pay dividends in this fight with player's halt. But we will see the halt being invested early, though. And Black Ninja, again, showing his Pharah play. Once again, picking up that ultimate almost immediately. And the Coalescence will be invested from the side of VitC. Player getting taken down by Sushi, but Kurt will be finding a counterpick onto Sushi.
Oh, Kurt trades it back, and now Chim, who's also swapped to Hanzo now, takes down Ivy Cat, but Black Ninja doesn't need a mercy. He doesn't need that. He gets picks. Gecko gets picks as well. Black Ninja gets a second pick on Chim and goes down, but they hold the point. And now Normac, he's going to get staggered. The hook. Hog hook plays a huge role for them.
That hog hook really, really helped out.